Have you ever felt that strange prickling on the back of your neck? That feeling that someone is watching you, even when you're sure you're alone. It's a primal instinct, a leftover from a time when dangers lurked in every shadow. Most of the time, we dismiss it. We tell ourselves it's just our imagination running wild. But what if, just once, that feeling was real? And what if your reaction was something no one, not even yourself, could have ever predicted? This is a story about a night like any other, for a woman we'll call Clara. She was walking home, the streetlights casting long, dancing shadows on the pavement. The air was cool, the city's hum was a familiar comfort. She had her headphones in, but the music was low, just a gentle soundtrack to her journey. She'd walked this route 1,000 times. It was home. But tonight, something was different. Through the rhythm of her music, she picked up on another sound, a soft, rhythmic scrape. It was faint, but it was there. Footsteps, and they weren't hers. She tried to ignore it, to convince herself it was just the wind or a trick of the ear. But the sound persisted, growing just a little bit louder, a little more distinct. It seemed to match her pace, speeding up when she did, slowing when she hesitated. Her heart began to beat a little faster. The familiar street suddenly felt alien, the shadows deeper and more menacing. Every instinct screamed at her that she wasn't alone. The logical part of her brain said, "Don't be silly. It's a public street," but the ancient primal part whispered, "Danger." She clutched her keys a little tighter, the metal digging into her palm. The footsteps were closer now, so close she could almost feel the vibration through the soles of her shoes. She knew she had to do something. She couldn't just keep walking and pretend it wasn't happening. This was the moment. Fight or flight. Her mind raced. Should she run? Scream? Her body, however, seemed to have its own plan. It was a plan forged not in panic, but in something else entirely, something long forgotten. In one fluid, impossibly fast motion, Clara pulled out her headphones and spun around. But she didn't just turn. Her body coiled and then unleashed itself in a perfect, graceful arc. It wasn't a clumsy, fear-driven stumble. It was a move of absolute precision. Her arm extended, and the heavy water bottle she'd been carrying in her tote bag swung with it, a blur of motion in the dim light. It connected with its target with a sickening thud. A man who had been creeping up just a few feet behind her crumpled to the ground, clutching his head and groaning in pain. Clara stood there, panting, her own heart hammering against her ribs. She stared down at the man, and then at her own hands, bewildered. Where did that come from? She'd never taken a self-defense class in her life. She was a graphic designer, not a trained fighter. The move felt instinctual, almost like muscle memory she didn't know she had. It was as if her body remembered a skill her mind had long since forgotten. It was flawless, practiced, and utterly devastating. She didn't stick around to find out more. She immediately ran the rest of the way home, locked the door, and called the police. They found the man exactly where she'd left him, and it turned out he had a history of similar offenses. Clara was safe, but the mystery of her own reaction lingered. Was it a hidden talent, a past life, or was it simply proof that deep within all of us, there's an incredible power waiting for the right moment to show itself? Her story is a chilling reminder to always trust your gut, because you never know the surprising strengths you might have hidden inside. Thanks for watching. If you have a story about trusting your instincts, share it in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more incredible true stories. Stay safe out there.